we're back again. Hello, g'day, and all that, all the rest.
G'day, lad.
Cameraman says g'day. My token black guy.
It's me.
He's got something to say all the time.
I just be spitting facts.
Today we're gonna do a short one on the Bob Lazar movie that's just coming out recently. He's just been on the Joe Rogan podcast as well. That was probably 3 hours wasted of my life, which I'm never going to get back. Yeah, let's have a look at this, shall we? You interested? I'm interested. Party time, party hardy.
Aliens!
Woohoo, more aliens. Who doesn't believe in that shit? You gotta be crazy not to believe.
That's so cool. Why does this look like a video game?
Because it is gonna be a video game.
Oh, shit.
They're actually making it for the DS.
No way. You can run on the DS?
Yep.
That thing's ancient.
I thought that was new.
The DS?
What is it?
I feel like that thing can't even...
What's the headset?
That thing can't even run Minecraft.
Headset. They're playing it.
The VR.
VR.
DS. Nintendo DS.
I get this shit mixed up, mate.
We have revolutionary technology. We're running this on the DS.
It's my dyslexia coming to shine, shining through.
Physical evidence now exists which proves that there is life elsewhere, and at least one form of that life has been here. As of 1989, that evidence was in the custody of the United States government.
Ooh, that's the spacecraft.
Between December of 1988 and...
So you'll be able to put on a headset, walk through the military base, you'll be able to walk into the UFO, the one that was crashed, the one that they got, and go to all the places that Bob Lazar was in. I'll probably buy the VR just so I can do this shit, because it's been a long time coming.
As of 1989, that evidence was in the custody of the United States government. Between December of 1988 and April of 1989, I worked as a senior staff physicist in what has to be the most secret project in history.
See that machine there? This is what makes Bob Lazar's story a little bit unbelievable for some people. But I think that was a setup from the government too. But that machine, if you go back just a split second, pause. That machine right there, right?
Yep.
It's supposed to be a detector which checks the length of your bones. It's a way of, instead of fingerprints or handprint, instead of doing your eye print and all that sort of shit. Back then they had this bone printing thing which detected how long your bones were depending on who you were. So that's how you could tell your ID. But it was that same machine was actually in a movie.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I did see this or hear about this.
Yeah, I might have talked about it in that other episode.
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
It wasn't Star Trek. It was...
Maybe you did mention it. Sorry, did the movie come out before he announced this or after?
Before. And so when he came out and he was telling their stories and he was saying that how he got into the place and that, everybody was like, what the hell? That machine there's actually in a movie. And they showed him a photo of it and he's like, yeah, that's the exact machine, that's the exact machine. And they're like, Close Encounters. It was in Close Encounters. And then they're like, oh, that's from Close Encounters, dude. So that makes your story a bit unbelievable. But also, Steven Spielberg, the one who made Close Encounters, they also reckon that he had inside information. The inside information that he had could have been this bone detecting machine as well that they used so you could get into the Area 51. It's a big rabbit hole, but that machine was some of the reason why people didn't believe his story.
Interesting.
Between December of 1988 and April of 1989, I worked as a senior staff physicist in what has to be the most secret project in history. My job in this program was to be part of a back engineering team. This particular disk, appeared to be in excellent condition, and because of its sleek appearance, I nicknamed it the Sport Model. The goal in this program was to see
Imagine actually working on
technology of the
it. That's
disc could be
fucked.
duplicated with Earth materials. To start
He saw some amazing
you
shit.
need some element 115. In fact, you need 223
That was another
grams.
thing. Element 115 wasn't invented then.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He came out and told everybody about it before they finally discovered it. Probably evidence towards him telling the
Evidence
truth.
in his favour.
In his favour, exactly. Yeah, just wanted to mention that.
Duplicated with Earth materials. To start up the reactor, of course, we need some element 115. In fact, you need 223 grams, machined into a wedge like this. The program out at S4 consisted of 3 projects: Project Galileo, Project Sidekick, and Project Looking Glass.
The file on top was Project Galileo, and as it turned out, that's the project that I was part of. And that clearly referred to reverse engineering a recovered alien spacecraft.
That's cool.
That's what the inside looks
Just
like.
cannot be a secret from anyone, not just the American people, but the rest of the world.
All this stuff is something that happened to him. It's not who he is.
They're doing everything they can to keep this information secret.
Wow.
That's empirical evidence. I saw a craft to do that thanks to him.
This is making his story more credible.
And the world changed.
Very cool.
Now, S4, that was a part of Area 51, but his claim was that there was an S4. Nobody knew about the S4 secret military base, which is about 7 kilometres or something like that from Area 51. In the movie, they have actually got footage of S4, so that's the only proof that they actually have ever had of S4.
And they haven't released it?
They did in this movie.
So this is the first time we've seen this?
Yeah, any type of evidence of this S4 base, which is right near Area 51. So,
Is it still around? The base, S4?
nobody can get to it. They can only take long
Oh, it's still in military zone.
audio shots of it, yeah. They can only zoom in on it. You can have a look on Google Earth. It doesn't actually look like a base. It looks like a mountain. So they've used certain digital technology to be able to outline where the base is, or the hollow points of the mountain, because they've just built it straight into a mountain because
Wow.
it's a secret, you see. And yeah, I can't wait to see the movie. At the moment it's not available in Australia for some reason.
You can always get a VPN.
That is something I have to look at now. You know, I should have had one a long time ago for all my porn, but
If you get the joke, you get the joke.
Anyway, I want to see it. I haven't seen the movie yet. I did watch the Joe Rogan podcast because they've recently had Bob Lazar on that again for a second time. And they were talking about this movie, but really there's not really any new information, and I think Joe Rogan's just sort of fallen off a bit. He seems like a stumbling old man at the moment. He wasn't adding any new questions. He wasn't really... He didn't have the best interviewing skills, and then they went off on a tangent talking about Egypt and the pyramids and some other stuff like that, and all the other conspiracies out there, besides actually staying on the topic. Bob Lazar doesn't really have much else to say, and he's a bit awkward on camera. Probably like some other people we know.
Have a jab at me.
And myself. This is when he realised that he wasn't just working on secret military technology. He realised that it was actually alien tech. Another thing I'd like to add is how old he said the facility looked, and he said how dusty it was, which is crazy because you would think that with that kind of technology you would want everything to be spick and span and perfect, like everything has to be white and you have to go in there with a hazmat suit or something like that. Just, you know, it's alien technology. Like, you take every precaution under the sun just so you don't catch something or release some sort of alien virus or, you know, but apparently it was pretty blasé, and the garage looked like just a garage, just a workshop basically. So it's not what you expect when you think of military working on alien technology. Let's get into it.
More nuts. But when they started reviewing everything with me, I was trying to replace somebody, or they were trying to use me to replace somebody as quick as possible. And they had two directives. Directive one was to duplicate the technology with available material at any cost, which is exact verbatim what it was. And directive two was to be able to disable this technology at a distance at any cost. And, you know, once you start thinking about that, wait, don't you guys know how the thing you built worked? And it's kind of like they left that out, that this, by the way, this isn't ours. And Barry is the guy that filled me in going, no, this is an alien craft. And we need to figure out how this works. Look at the technology here. I mean, this is decades, light years ahead of where we are. And it was a shock, really, to me. I remember going home that night and just laying in bed and reviewing everything that everybody said that day. And I really don't remember how I felt the following days, but it was just a different feeling.
Like the world just changed.
Yeah. I think I mentioned in the movie, right prior to I got there were Russians involved in it. You know, from what I can ascertain, there was an exchange of information, and then we discovered something of great importance, and of course, kicked the Russians out and just held on to that information ourselves.
So how's that? They had Russians there on the base, telling them about it. What were they doing? Showing off? Saying, hey, look what we got. We're not going to tell you anything about it, but we're going to show you that we've got it, so fucking show us some respect. You better back off.
I think it was more like, let's come together and try and figure this out, because this is more than just countries reverse engineering this for their own weapons. Sounds more like guys, what the fuck is this? I know you have some, I know I have some. Can we cross-examine with each other?
Yeah. Well, as soon as they figured something out, they kicked them off the base. Which is... So they weren't actually giving them any information about it, they were just letting them know, probably just a show of power. That's what I think.
Oh, potentially, yeah. You look at the tech we have.
Yeah, that's all I think it was, like, look what we've got, you can't have any. But I do have an important question about you, well, for you, about you.
You could ask anything about me.
If your sister was Megan Fox, would you want to fuck her?
Was that the actual question, yeah?
Yeah, well...
Came really quickly to your head, I'm concerned. No comment. No, I'm kidding.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
What was the actual question?
So I just told you the question. That was the question.
No, I would not.
Why? No. Well, would you want to fuck her?
No, because I think whenever, even if you had a hot sister or any, you know, I'm sure Megan Fox does have a brother, but I'm sure the brother doesn't want to fuck her. Like, you can tell when someone is beautiful or hot.
Yeah.
But, like, you're not going to want to fuck her. If that was my sister, I wouldn't fuck her. Stepsister, different story.
Yeah, fair enough. Half, maybe half. Is that borderline? That's borderline. No, well, I don't know. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. That we've got alien technology. And we're not using it. You know, we don't, nobody knows there's aliens out there.
Yeah, fuck. These are the important questions of the world.
I ask the important questions. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm here to do. But nah, if my sister was Megan Fox, she'd be getting it. I swear to God, she's getting it.
On a serious note.
Especially if I was older. No.
Yeah.
That's what we've got for you today, folks. Bit of Bob Lazar for you. This topic has always interested me. Something I'm always going to be interested in, and I thought today I would just like to show and educate some viewers out there, people that might not be on the same train. Whether you believe him or not, that's entirely up to you, but I think the movie's going to be really cool, and I can't wait to get myself a pair of VR goggles so I can, it's not even play the video game, it's just walk around and see what the laboratory was like, really. Token black guy, you got anything to say?
Stay tuned, guys. We'll give a review on the game when we get it.
That sounds like it could be a positive, awesome video. Thanks for coming. Love to see you again. Thumbs up and all the rest. Peace. You gotta be crazy not to believe.
21?
You stupid. You stupid. You stupid.